Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, what if I told you that Israel just made a move that could change the balance of power in the Middle East, possibly even the world? In the early hours of June 13, 2025, Israel launched a series of powerful and highly targeted strikes deep into Iran. But these weren't just the ordinary military targets. They were aimed at the very core of the Iran's nuclear weapons program and specifically the people behind it. So, why is this happening now? What made Israel to act? According to new reports, Israel intelligence uncovered what they called golden information, evidence that Iran's scientists had already conducted successful tests related to designing a nuclear bomb. Not just the theories, not just plans, real hands on work that, if allowed to continue, could have led to fully functional nuclear weapon in just few weeks. This intelligence wasn't just the speculation. Israeli officials reportedly had proof that Iran had secretly assembled multiple teams of top scientists, each working on a different component of the bomb. This divided system made detection incredibly difficult, but it also made it clear that Iran was serious on this. This wasn't civilian nuclear energy, this was weaponization. Now, here is where it gets even more serious. This covert effort appears to have started in late 2023 or early 2024, right after the brutal October 7 Hamas attack on Israel. Some analysts believe Iran saw that movement as a turning point. With tensions escalating across the region, they may have decided that the time had come to go all in on developing a nuclear weapon. But Israel wasn't going to wait around and find out. After reviewing the intelligence information, Israeli leaders concluded that they couldn't afford to gamble. And they didn't know exactly how far along Iran really was, but they knew it was too close for comfort. And so the decision was made: strike first, eliminate the key players, and try to dismantle the threat before it fully materialized. The result was, in a coordinated and classified mission, Israel assassinated nine top Iranian nuclear scientists in Tehran. These were some of the most experienced minds in the country's nuclear effort, includes physics, engineers, specialists in nuclear detonation and materials, many of them with the direct successors to Mohsen Fakhrizad, who was long considered the mastermind behind Iran's nuclear ambitions until he was assassinated in 2020. According to the Israeli military, the operation was years in the making. Intelligence agents had spent years tracking these individuals, studying their roles, movements, and communications. And when the time was right, Israel acted with the devastating accuracy. But Iran wasn't going to take this lying down. Within hours, Iran launched hundreds of ballistic missiles towards the Israel. The barrages continued into Saturday, while most of them were intercepted thanks to Israel's Iron Dome and US supplied defense systems. Some got through. The damage was real. At least 13 people were killed, hundreds were injured, and several buildings were destroyed. Still, Israel made it clear this operation is far from over. Military officials have stated that the goal is simple: eliminate Iran's nuclear threat entirely. This isn't just a one time strike, it's a part of larger strategy to make sure Iran never gets the bomb. And that raises some major questions for the world. Was Israel justified in striking preemptively based on its intelligence? Will this operation delay or accelerate the Iran's nuclear ambitions? And most importantly, what happens next? So, guys, tensions between the Israel and Iran have always been high, but this latest move marks a new chapter, one where direct military action replaces diplomacy and where the stakes are measured not just in territorial politics but in the global security. For decades, the world has feared the moment Iran might become a nuclear armed state. That moment may have just come much closer, or, depending on your view, may have been pushed back. Either way, this is no longer a hypothetical scenario. This is real. The days and weeks ahead are very critical. Iran's response could escalate into a wider conflict. Other regional players may also get involved. The global powers, especially the US, Russia, and China, will have to decide how to react on this. But for now, one thing is clear: Israel is making it known that it will not wait for a nuclear threat to become a nuclear reality. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Should Israel have taken this step, or do you think it could lead to an even more dangerous situation? And how should the world respond to a potential full scale Israel Iran confrontation? If you found this update important, be sure to follow, subscribe, and stay tuned. This story is only beginning, and the consequences could shape the future of the entire region. So, guys, until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and stay safe. And I will see you in the next one.